Good morning, guys. I've been inspired. Chris Stuckmann this morning made a video acknowledging the smaller movie reviewers on YouTube and how they're really trying to get a voice out there and how they're struggling. One of the points he made is just to put a lot of hard work and effort into the channel. And while I see as many movies as I can, I don't really see as many as some of the other movie reviewers. So I've come up with a new policy. And the new policy is review everything. Now, I might call the segment Review Everything because I like that a lot. But I just want to say really quickly, thank you for the shout out, Chris Stuckmann. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to do what you said, and I'm going to make you proud. And I'm very proud of the first movie I'm reviewing on Review Everything because, gentlemen and ladies, I've found a hidden gem. Hello and welcome to my review of Election, starring Reese Witherspoon and Matthew Broderick. Election is a movie that throws four very flawed characters into a blender and sees what happens when they fight. Matthew Broderick as a down-and-out teacher, Reese Witherspoon as a overachieving, bitchy student who wants to fly high in the governmental world, Chris Klein as a sort of lame-brained football player, and Jessica Campbell as a rebellious, bi-curious young woman who decides to run for the school presidency simply to spite the school. Now, Election is directed by Alexander Payne, the Oscar-nominated director who just released the film The Descendants. And after loving that film so much, I went on and watched About Schmidt, Sideways, and this film. And out of those three, this was definitely one of my favorites. This movie was really, really not only funny, but very inventive. First of all, I love how much of a character piece this movie is. You really get to spend time with each and every one of the movie's characters and get to know them and love or hate them, depending on which character you're talking about. And each of these fine actors gives great performances, whether it be Broderick, who I'm not necessarily a huge fan of, but damn, he gave a great performance in this movie. Reese Witherspoon, who I love to death, even though she just did This Means War, but this is much better. Chris Klein and Jessica Campbell all are very solid and very believable as their characters. What I love about this movie, mostly above all, is just the social satire in it, whether it be of the teachers or the students. This movie just feels very realistic. It doesn't resort to what most satires do, which is just resort to stereotypes. Everything in this film feels very real, and it's funny just because of how cringe-worthingly real it really is. How many times can I say real in one sentence? And for once, a comedy has a story to where you don't really know where it's going, which adds so much because most comedies are just so predictable that you simply have to rely on the laughs or else the film is just plain bad. Bridesmaids! But this film, it's unpredictable. So if you're not laughing, you're kind of just on edge trying to figure out what's going to happen to all these characters because you know most of them are going downhill. And I do have one major problem with this film, and it can be summed up in three little letters. MTV. MTV Films produced this movie, and this was one of Alexander Payne's first directing gigs, and you can tell that they made him do a lot of their crazy, over-the-top editing, because I've seen all of Payne's other films, and none of them just have weird, crazy cutaway gags and, like, over-the-top shots. You can definitely feel MTV's hand in Payne's vision here, because it's not like About Schmidt or Sideways, where he just lets the characters breathe in the scenes. He doesn't need all this editing tricks, he just lets them breathe. And that's my problem with this film. Even though while I thought the story in this movie was stronger than something like Sideways, the crazy MTV editing brought it down, and I wish that Payne had been able to make this as an Alexander Payne film, because I feel if he had made this into his style, it would have been a flawless film. But overall, I really enjoyed Election. It's a solid look into not only the high school psyche, but just how maniacal and evil people can be. But beyond that, it's just a funny movie. It really is. And I enjoyed it all the way through, and I really think everybody should go check this movie out, because it's a hidden gem. I give this movie 3.5 stars out of 4. It's way better than any comedy playing in theaters right now. Check it out. So what do you guys think of my new Review Everything epiphany? Do you think it's a good idea? I'm just going to review everything I see from now on. And the next movie I'm going to review for you guys is a movie I watched last night, which is another hidden gem. And I'll give you a hint. Hold on, let me get it. So there's a little something to look forward to. And that was my review of Election. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, which will be very, very soon, after I comb my hair, I'm Movie Kid Mike, making sure your time is worth your money.